Yes. All right. Well, my name is Virginia. I am based in Florida. I am completely new to this space. I followed a few influencers in the space, which obviously Matt is one of the biggest influencers relating to commercial cleaning. I've been watching a few of your videos as I just learn as I go. I work a full-time job and
Okay.
part-time. I am working on this business during my lunch break. Literally, I have 1 hour to
Okay.
just go door to door.
Okay.
And so during this process, I've came across a few leads. One of the leads is a property manager. She has 3 buildings.
Okay.
And when I met her, she was in desperate pain. Like it was
Okay.
very obvious that she was in pain. And the timing at that time seemed perfect because she mentioned that they've been meaning to revisit this for a while. It,
Okay.
it has been a long-term issue, but property managers, they always have
Sure.
multiple priorities, and so other things just kind of took more priority. But now the pain has increased more, just
Okay.
because there's been more complaints and et cetera. So when I reached out to her when I first met her, she said this is perfect because we were actually looking to revisit this situation. So I'm glad that you reached out. And so since
Okay.
then, that was March, and we're now in June.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
And so it's been a lot of, back and forth and following up and, dropping by and just trying to nurture the relationship. And so I did my final walkthrough, my first walkthrough sometime last month or early this month,
Okay.
I believe. And so I gathered as much data as possible, and I'm still pending a few more final details from her. And so it's been very difficult for me to get those details from her. She mentioned that she would send it to me. And so when I followed up, I never heard back. So it's like a lot of back and forth. So long story
They're
short,
busy.
yeah. So long story short, in the meantime, I already found a subcontractor who's interested in the
Okay.
opportunity. They've already checked out the buildings. They've already provided their pricing, et cetera. But the only thing is, I still need the final details to ensure that we give her the most accurate proposal.
Has
So,
she said she's going to use you all, or why has it drug out so long, do you think?
um, well, one, she mentioned that they obviously, they already have a cleaning company in there, but they would
Mhm.
have to give them at least a 30-day notice. And then I know that they had other priorities, and so that was delaying it. Um,
Okay.
but that's all that I know for now.
Is
Um,
it is this in the bag? Has she said we are going with you at some point? It sounds like it's ambiguous, right? Has
Not
what's your
necessarily, not necessarily. So the reason why I think there's a high chance that I could possibly get it is because I've nurtured the relationship for a few months now. So I don't know if that's enough. But she's conversed with me via email, so it's not like she's necessarily ghosted me. But recently, it kind of seems like I don't know if there's been more priorities on her plate. But her last email was like, "Hey, Virginia, I promise you I didn't forget about you. I'll get back to
okay?
you as soon as possible." So she's giving me little hints to let me know, like, "Hey, like I'm not ignoring you. I'm
Right.
just, um, you know, overloaded."
And okay, and I'm trying to get the context here too. So, as far as the details you're needing from her, what's
Yeah.
left that you're waiting on her to give you so that you can complete what you said you were
Yes,
going
the
to send
proposal,
her?
correct. Yeah. So she did mention to me that they were hoping preferably by August that they would have the
Okay.
new cleaning company in. Um
Okay.
and she told me that by the end of this month, which actually the deadline
Mhm.
extended to the end of this month, the deadline was actually last month, and then she said, "Hey, actually we're pushing it back until the end of this month." So now I'm
Okay.
just like, "Okay, you're I need to send this over to you, and your deadline is approaching." So she's actually nearby. I'm not sure if it's appropriate for me to drop by, and I don't want her to
Okay.
feel like I'm forcing her hand, or if I should send another follow-up email. This would probably be the fourth
What
email.
what are those details though? What are the details that you're waiting to hear back from her?
Yes.
on that?
So as I mentioned, I've already done the walkthrough for two of the buildings, which are next to
Okay.
each other. The other building is in another city, which is an hour away, which I never actually got a chance to
Mm,
check out until recently. So then I followed up with her to ensure that the information she gave me as far as the amount of cleaners that she would need are the same amount of cleaners for this third building. So she hasn't
okay.
gotten back to me regarding that.
Like
Um,
square footage data, like
I have
sizing
this,
data,
yes, I have the
and
square footage. Yes,
okay.
one is 100,000 square feet. The other one is 148 square feet, and the other one is 150,000 square feet.
So this other one though in question, she's gotten you the square footage data, right? Did she
Yes,
give you a floor plan or a floor
yes,
map of any kind? Okay, so
yes.
you have that. So you can count the number of toilets and generally the office space and suites and everything right there and sinks. You should be able to see that from the floor map. Have you
Okay,
been able to
yes.
review the floor map deeply to see the bathrooms and how many toilets and sinks are in each of them?
So no, so what she sent me was just the units that's in the building.
Okay.
I don't know
Okay.
what am I supposed to do with that, but
So
yeah.
So what you're waiting to hear back from her on is, it sounds like, correct me if I'm wrong,
Yes.
you're wanting her to tell you how many people that she thinks should be in the building cleaning. Is that
I
what you're
want
waiting for
no,
confirmation on?
so I want her to reconfirm. So, long story short, I went to that building to also see if I can gather information on my own as I was waiting for her. So, when I went there, the security guard told me that they have one cleaner, one day porter for the entire
Hmm.
day, and then at night
Okay.
they have about 6 to 7 cleaners. So that's
Okay.
great, but he was giving me an assumption based on what he can recall. So
Right.
before I have that on the proposal. I just wanted to make sure I got the most accurate information. But worst case scenario, maybe I'll just use what I have to submit the proposal. But I just wanted to make sure that whatever numbers we send her is the most accurate.
Sure. Okay. And so your question for me is trying to help you solidify those numbers.
Yes, like what is
Okay.
the best way? I'm still unclear on how to best price these contracts.
Sure.
Um,
Okay.
but yeah, that's where I
So we want to root it ultimately on labor cost, right? And so the security guard guy who said how many people he sees, that's helpful. The risk, like you are catching with that is, um, yes, six people may come in, but how long are they there?
am.
Because sometimes it may be four people for longer, six people for shorter.
5 to 9.
Uh,
Yeah. Yes,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And so the man hours can vary. Now, if someone says, "Hey, it's exactly this many people this long," then you at least know approximately where they're currently paying. That doesn't mean that that's where you should come in at, but it does give you a benchmark. So, if we want to back math that a little bit, we can, and throw a markup on it. Um, my general thought for a facility or a contract of this size is we're going to go for a labor profit of about 35%. So after paying for labor and the burden of labor, which is your taxes and liabilities on the back end, it costs money to pay people money, right? In America, um, you're going to have 35% left over. And for running your business, for some supplies should just only be 2 to 4% of your
So,
total price.
so I'm fully subcontracting this deal.
Okay. So let's go ahead and price it as if you're going to W-2 it anyways. Then you can determine how you should go about it for the subcontractor. Because generally, if you're going to W-2 or subcontract, it should work out net profit approximately the same. W-2 just requires a little bit more hands-on, a little bit more, dealing with people and some management, whereas subcontracting, technically they pay for themselves in some other ways. So you may be able to pay them a little bit more because they're going to take on more and make it more hands-off for you. Uh, so let's give me an example of one of the buildings as far as I've got square footage speeds in my mind, but let's just take what you think from walking through and what the security guard said. How many people, how long are there? So you said there's a day porter, right? There's one person all
Yeah.
day at
Yes.
one of them. Is there any other full timer that he mentioned? If I recall, there may have been one other full timer mentioned, and then the crew.
So one day porter, from
Okay.
I believe 9 to 5, and then
Yep.
the rest of the crew from 5 to 9. Um,
Okay. Six of them from five
Yes,
to nine.
yes.
Uh,
About
so si
about 7 to 8, if I'm not mistaken.
seven to eight of them.
Yes.
Okay. So let's go. I'm gonna go seven people. We're gonna go. That was six. What is that's five to nine is 4 hours. So that's 28 hours plus we have a full timer, so 36 hours a day. And this is just for those one of those buildings, right?
Yes.
Okay. So 36 hours a day, I'm assuming is 5 days a week.
Yes.
Okay, so total labor hours is 180 hours. So what we want to do then is figure out that actual labor cost if we were going to W-2. This is where you find generally the average wage in your area. Uh, Down where you are at, I'm going to figure it's going to be around 15 to 16 an hour. I'm going to go ahead and go 16 for now. So I've got 2,000. Sorry, I'm using my iPhone here. Yeah,
Okay.
we're at $2,880 per week,
Mhm.
paying that wage. Let's add on our labor burden. So we're going to go, a safe one's 1.2. So multiply it by 1.2. I'm going to go something a bit more exact. What I typically see, 1.14116. Adds in
Mhm.
insurance, taxes, liability, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
That brings you to 3,286 as far as a cost per month or a cost per week for all of that
Okay.
labor. Next, we're going to throw your markup on. So I'm going to mark you up or add on a 35% gross profit or labor profit after that. So I'm going to divide this by 0.65 because it's the opposite of 0.35.
Okay.
That leaves me at $5,056 per week is the rate that you're looking at charging for one of these buildings or that one building times 4.33 weeks in a month. That's $21,893 per
Okay.
month for that one building is what I'm getting. 21,893. So, um, and how indicative is this building of the other buildings? How similar is it to the others?
Um, well, that's the smallest building. The others are 100 and they're the largest. So 150 square feet and 148 square feet. However, one or two of them have co-working spaces inside of the buildings, which obviously that's going to take more work
Yep.
just because there's so much traffic. Um,
Yep. So my thought is the safest route is, in my opinion, to go with a square footage speed for cleaning. So, for example, this one building came out to almost $22,000 per month. And you said it was 100 and how many thousand square feet for this one we just did?
the one that you just did is 100. It's 100,000 square feet.
Oh, it's 100,000. So you're looking at like 21 cents a square foot, for
Mhm.
example, with a day porter thrown in there on that. So you can either take that 21 cents per square foot and apply it to the rest of them, since if they're similar in some way,
Mhm.
or we can a general. Is this an office cleaning rate, by the way? It's just general office space. You said there's a co-working
Yes.
space in there. There's no
Yes, they're
medical
office
or
buildings,
anything. Okay.
multi-tenant. Yes.
Okay. Typically for multi-tenant, you're looking at, especially for these property manager scenarios, sometimes upwards of about 6,800 square feet per hour that is being cleaned. So if we do that, if we go
Wow.
100,000 square feet divided by 6,800, that is a very different number than what we just got. That is 14 hours per night. So it sounds like it's a much higher traffic facility
Mhm.
with a lot more going on inside of it. Um, so especially too, because they have a day porter. They got a day porter at the other ones too, as well.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Is it just one at each of the other ones as well?
Let's see. Yes. They have a day porter from 8 to 4, Monday through Friday. They have a outside porter from 7 to 4. And they have three cleaners from 5 to 9 p.m.
Okay. Okay. So they're giving you the total numbers of cleaners per building so far, right? The only one
Yes.
you don't know is what the security guard was saying.
Yes, correct, for the third building.
Okay.
So I already have the amount of cleaners for two of the buildings, but for the third one, it's still kind of vague, except for what the security guard shared with me.
Okay. What I would do is the security guard typically is going to be a little bit high whenever we've dealing with security cars and they're tracking all the people coming in and out. They're not going to be exact. That's why I went to like 7 people with that estimation. What I
Hmm.
would do for your other buildings is I would do exactly what we just did. She's
Hmm.
told you how many people, she told you about the day porters.
Hmm.
Take just a base level hourly wage. Um, whether it's 14, 15, 16, when you look, just go to Indeed and see what other people are hiring office cleaning for. Look at office cleaning. Don't look at professional custodial. You want to find office cleaning. So wherever they're at, either go a dollar per hour higher or just meet them where they're at since it's your first account. It's
Yeah.
okay to just lean in a little bit, especially
Yeah.
for a property manager. Um, get the total amount of hours per building, add your cost in for how many dollars per hour multiplied by that many hours. So we had like 200 or 180 hours a week for that one, multiplied it by 16. Maybe we should have done 14 or 15. But
Right.
you have 180 hours for that one. You might have 100 hours for a different one or 200 hours for another one, right? So
Yeah.
you multiply it by the hourly wage. Then you add on your payroll labor. So just multiply those numbers by 1.15 for now. That'll make it really straightforward. Just 1.15. Then divide that by 0.65, and that'll add in your labor profit. From there, it doesn't matter whether you do W-2 or 1099. When it goes to paying your 1099, you can pay them a little bit more, right? And you can just keep like 0.25 or
Okay.
25% after you pay them because they handle management and everything, their own
Okay.
supplies, equipment, things like that. Or you can try to meet them at the or have them meet you at the 35% markup as well.
Right.
Does that, I know that was a lot of math
It was
really
a lot.
fast, and that is a huge opportunity, Virginia. That's a lot to try to cram into 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But does that give you some clarity or direction to go with it?
Yes. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Okay.
I do have to internalize everything that you just shared. But yes, yes, because I know
Yes.
it's a short amount of time, but I really appreciate it.
Yep. Do this for me.
Yeah.
Um, email me
Okay.
the details for each of the buildings as far as square footage and how many people, and I'll be
Okay.
glad to send you back some solid confirmed
Thank you.
numbers,
Thank you.
so that
Thank
so
you so
that
much.
we don't have to count on cramming it all in and you waiting for the
Yes.
replay to come out.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much. I appreciate it.
yeah, my pleasure. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
hopping on, Virginia. Appreciate
Yeah,
you.
of course. Thank you. I
Yeah,
appreciate you. Bye.
you too. Bye. Thanks so much for watching the CEO Hotline, where you get to hop on and ask questions that'll help you grow your commercial cleaning company and get real answers. So if you want to apply to appear on the CEO Hotline, check out the links down below. In the meantime, stay blessed and keep building.